Well. Just when we thought this world couldn't get any crazier, the infinite multiverse always has a plan to make things completely go tits up. Tonight was supposed to be a night where I was going to take off, relax, and have a good time. And I did relax and have a good time. But I had to come back here because of an announcement that was made today. And my oh my, were we just shaken up by this announcement. A really great announcement. Cooler than a nice cold drink at Starbucks. More delicious than a delicious cheese sandwich. Disney is releasing a full-fledged trading card game called Lorcana. Oh boy, here we go. We're going to go into some of the points behind this game, what we know so far based on the information provided to us, and we're going to have a discussion about the whole topic here today. Before you guys get all your panties wet and get super excited, I want you to type in the comments, do you think that this card game will be successful? Yes or no, and why? You can wait until you watch the video. You can do it right now. You let me know what you think in the comments because I could see this going many directions. Really, truly, a multiverse of madness of options here. I wonder how many Disney puns I'm going to make in this video. I guess we'll find out. Alright, we have an article from Polygon. Disney will launch a new card game to go up against Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. It's just ready to take on Thanos and Galactus, all in one freaking shot. Disney Lorcana trading card game. Disney may be the king of theme parks, blah 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 blah. Magic the Gathering and Pokemon trading card game dominated the industry for decades, each a billion-dollar franchise in its own right. Now Disney has partnered with a new ally, Ravensburger. Ravensburger, by the way, guys, makes some wicked games, which we'll talk about in a moment. But let's see what else the article has to say here. The basic idea is there's this place called the Great Illuminary, said brand manager Ryan Miller, a veteran of Wizards of the Coast, who helped design the gameplay of Disney Lorcana. It is a treasury of all the Disney songs and stories ever made, all the characters, and it's where they're kind of recorded. The players take on this role of an Illumineer, this powerful sorcerer that has the ability to bring these characters to life off the page. Players will be bringing a band of their favorite Disney characters together in this world. This looks like it's going to be a bigger fucking crossover event than Avengers Endgame. And there was a lot of people in Avengers Endgame. Holy moly. The article goes on to say the collectible game will include a modern storybook art style, said North America head of games Cassidy Werner. Shane Hartley, Global Games creative director, said that it was inspired by the storybook openings of classic Disney films and features visible line work and vibrant color washes, and mixes both traditional hand-drawn qualities seen in fairy tale storybooks with new digital techniques. And then we go on. You know those little paint chip things that people have sometimes when they're painting their house? Our art director has one of those from a manufacturer of different foil treatments for cards, holographic with an ink spill, or with a star. Yeah, he kicked me out of the office the other day, I'm kidding, but I could just sit here for hours looking at the pretty things. I'd say as a person who collects Pokemon cards, especially shiny evolutions, I am really excited. I can't wait to add more cards to your collection. I think other Disney collectors will feel the same. Yo, can you imagine having a Tom Holland Spider-Man card and a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man card and an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man card? Oh boy, that sounds pretty insane. This game is probably the largest potential that Ravensburger has ever gone after, Frank said, and hence has probably the largest investment that we've ever done into any type of project and initiative. We know that as you enter the TCG market that you're inviting the players for a many-year journey. We don't take that lightly. This effort is a multi-year series of releases, and it's something that Disney has never really allowed any collaborator to do. So the trust that we built with Disney, I think, allowed us to come to a point where we can both strategically, commercially, had the trust to say, yeah, let's dare to do this together. Okay, and now they talk about other card games. Magic, I would say, has a very high competition level, said Miller. People love that about Magic. We all have pulled back from it. I wouldn't say that we're cooperative in any sense. It's definitely a strategy game. But I would say that we've pulled back the confrontation level because we feel that it will appeal to a lot more folks. So if you think of chess as the highest confrontation level you can get, we're a bunch of notches behind that because we want people to have fun with these characters that they love so much. Fans will get their first look at the cards themselves during the D23 Expo in Anaheim, California. The fan-focused event kicks off September 9th. You can already bet your butt that I'm booking that weekend off from my life and heading down to Anaheim for the D23 Expo, because this game seems really exciting. As a quick aside, when we talk about Ravensburger and success and stuff like that, Disney Villainous is a game that's been out now since 2018. It has multiple expansions, and the point of the game, Ravensburger here, you're basically playing as a villain. Technically, it's a board game, but you have a deck of cards to go with it. And the whole point of the game is to complete your evil plan before your opponents complete their evil plan. And your opponents will try to stop you from completing your evil plan. So it is interactive in that sense. So I'm wondering if this card game will take a bite out of Villainous the way it flows and see what happens. Because Villainous, has expanded a lot. There's a Marvel version, there's a freaking Star Wars version, I think, not to mention all your OG Disney versions. And it's really cool just being the villain and being able to actually win, like Thanos did that one time. Alright, now we have to have the serious conversation. We need to pull up our pants. We need to have a big boy conversation. We need to talk about what the hell is going to happen with this game, because we know practically nothing. What we know is that there's going to be multiple arts for cards. We know that while it's going to be a competitive card game and there's going to be a competitive scene to it, it's not going to be as toxic, basically, as other card games, which I don't necessarily agree with, because people will find a way to, participate in a dick measuring contest. Trust me, especially if there's monetary prize support involved, which we don't know, but it's Disney. I can assume that. People will be competitive over this game no matter what you do. The big question is, do we think this game will survive? Do we think this game has what it takes to compete with the big three, Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh? And as a Digimon content creator, can it compete with Digimon too? Yeah, I fucking think it can. This is backed by Disney, first of all. A fucking huge corporation. They have money to spend on this, which leads into point number 2. They have the money to bring in card game experts. Like the one article indicated, they are bringing in an expert, basically. And I'm sure there's more experts behind the scenes than the people they mentioned in that article. They have the budget to get the best people that have the best input about card games and formulate something that works. They have the ability to do that. They can make it competitive, they can make it skill-based, and they can release all the arts in the world so that the collector's market goes crazy. Which is definitely a big factor, because if the game tailors to both competitive players and collectors, this game will take off. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind. It also has the ability to learn from the mistakes of other card games. What do other card games do well? What do other card games don't do well? There's a lot of complaints about each card game, whether it's down to the mechanics, to the tournament structure. There's all sorts of complaints you can have. And Disney is a big enough company where they can probably fix it. So all in all, this game has the recipe to succeed. This game could end up Big 3. I honestly see it. And I know some people in the comments are saying there is no way, it's Disney. And by the way, haven't we had other games before with these IPs? And technically we have. We've had Marvel games, we've had Kingdom Hearts games, we've had other cards and all sorts of stuff. However, this is promising to be an amalgamation of Disney characters. What it sounds like is they're taking everything in Disney, cramming it together, sticking it all in the glorious hole of card games, and they're going to make it the best thing ever. If you want to have Mickey Mouse against Spider-Man, this game can do that. Even if the card game isn't as competitive or even as skill-based as other card games before it, people are going to freaking buy these cards because they're going to want to play with fucking Scrooge McDuck, or they're going to want to play with Goofy, or Darth Vader, or Thor, or whatever Disney owns. This game seems like it's indicating you'll be able to play with whoever the fuck you want after a few set releases, which does bring the whole universe together, and it allows for all sorts of crazy combinations. Maybe they'll be able to bring the best of both worlds. Maybe Mickey Mouse and I use Mickey Mouse a lot. Maybe Mickey Mouse can be in a deck with Captain America. That can be in a deck with Luke Skywalker. That could just be a strategy, and people will eat that shit up if they enjoy that kind of stuff. You know, there's been a lot of complaints about Disney things. You know, some of the movies in Phase 4 and other phases are a little bit lackluster, you know, and other complaints here and there. Disney Plus is expensive, whatever. It doesn't matter because it's Disney. They can do whatever they want. And now I know people are going to ask me, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you the question and answer it in case you're a little bit slow and you haven't got there yet. Am I going to participate in this card game? What is Mario doing with this card game? Why is Mario even making this video in the first place? All valid questions, not gonna lie. Those are just good questions. Thanks for asking. I foresee myself in a universe where I am playing this card game. I am foreseeing myself in a universe where if I keep going through the content creation route, I see this game as an opportunity to start like a separate channel and start a Disney Lorcana channel, competitive channel, because I have what it takes to play the games competitively. I have what it takes to provide good content for card games, I would say by now. And it could be a very cool launching pad for something kind of interesting. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to stop Digimon. I'm not saying that I'm going to not pursue other avenues I've been thinking about pursuing, like Pokemon or Master Duel or whatever else. But there's definitely a big opportunity with this game. Digimon, you know, as fun as Digimon can be sometimes, Bandai and Canada just do not match whatsoever. And I'm feeling that Disney can match with Canada a little more than Bandai can. That's my initial opinion based on the way Disney operates as a business. I'm not seeing any issues. If they have tournament packs or promos or, you know, stuff like that, I can't imagine them having delays. You know what I mean? I don't see it happening. I think Disney has the wallet and the people and the resources to make this a safe choice for a card game. And that interests me because I'm interested in card games. And if the game's mechanics look remotely awesome, you can definitely bet your butt that I'm starting another YouTube channel, probably not the same channel I'm using right now, and it's going to be all about Disney Lorcana, and maybe we'll do deck profiles and market watches, and who else? Who knows? You know, the sky's the limit, right? And it's a freaking year away, at least, you know. It's the end of August right now. Anyway, if you haven't typed in the comments below what you think about this card game, please do so. I want to see your thoughts. I'm genuinely curious in people's thoughts this time around. On Wednesdays, I usually upload comment reaction videos, but this took precedence. This is super important news. This is crazy. This is insane. And while I'm not the biggest fan of Disney characters, you know, I do like Marvel. I do have a soft spot for that. I have a soft spot for any card game with cool mechanics. So I'm curious to see where this goes, and we have a lot of time before that anyway. Bye!